People think that entrepreneurship is all about the business.
That's not true. Absolutely not true. Once you know yourself, who you are, what do you want, what you already know within yourself, you will definitely be successful. That I guarantee you.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Personal Development for Entrepreneurs. This is Ikram and I'm with my mentor and good friend, Dr. Venga Kalachulu. Today, we're going to be talking about goal setting. It's one of the principal tenets of Venga's threefold formula, which is right, goal, review. And we're going to focus on goal setting, but I'm sure you're going to bring up the rest of the three pillars of your formula, Venga.
Good evening, Ikram. Good evening.
Good evening. So goal setting is a cornerstone of your V planner, which helps people organize themselves and manage what they do. It's very important. You taught me this from the early time when we were together, and it's not as easy as it seems, right? For me alone, I recall it took like close to 3-4 months, because you make it very important for someone to understand what they really want.
Yeah.
Before they start setting goals.
Absolutely. See, while it is, everybody want a better life. They want a better financial situation. They want a better relationship. They want a whole lot of things, Ikram. People want a lot of things in life. But the problem, Ikram, and this is again statistics, okay? Statistically speaking, okay, only 3% of the entire 8 billion people really have goals. Really, they are prepared to do two things, the 3%. One is there's a clarity in their thinking, very, very clear of what they want. Very clear. Clarity in their thought process. Okay. Second, they are willing to change the behavior to reach their goals. Because all the goals that you set, and you're very clear, then you know what you want, then your behavior must change, right? These are two things only. Primarily, two things. Clarity in what you want, behavior change to make it happen. Imagine I write a fantastic goal and sit outside my house and pray. You think I can get it?
No.
The sun will eat me up, right?
Right.
That's it. But we are not prepared to do either. We don't want to be clear. We don't want to sit down and write it down. You see, my primary thing is, if you don't write it down, you don't even know what you want. Whatever it is that you want, you need to write down. If you don't write it down, you will never be clear. You can be a genius, that you got a photographic memory and all that. Okay lah. But if you don't write down that goals, it's a waste of time.
Right.
Because your brain must understand what you want. Thinking and dreaming, I think about my goal, and all that is good talk, seminar talk, make people happy, collect a few bucks from them, can. But without writing, you don't even know what you want. So writing. Okay. So when you are clear, then your behavior will change. You will look at, why do I want this goal? Okay. Why? You know what you want? Why do you want it? How you're going to achieve it? Who can help you? And when do you want that goal? When do you want to reach that goal? 5 things, huh? What, why, how, who, when. That's behavior change already. That's it. And you know what, Ikram? If you don't have these simple things, huh? We can talk until the cow come home, no? Nothing will happen. You understand what I'm saying, Ikram?
Right. Yes.
Clarity in thought, behavior change. And that's why 3% of the world population control the entire world. Tell me this, Ikram. Okay, people that you know, do they clearly know what they want or not?
Very few. I think I can count 1 or 2 people in that I know of only know what they want.
Okay, do they drive that? Do they change their behavior to drive what they want or not?
No, I would say 98%, 97% of people I know don't. Yeah.
You see, Ikram. That's why they have to struggle and blame the whole world. First, Ikram, if you really are serious about setting goal, first, you must self-develop yourself. I've been doing that ever since I learned how to read and write. And that was, my dear friend, Ikram, 70 years ago. Ikram, you there, Ikram?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? 70 years ago. Well, that's not exactly. Yeah, about 13, I was 13, 14 years old. Yeah, I'm 84 now. So 70 years ago, I learned how to read and write. No? If what I am is because of that learning to read and write. That gave me clarity. I can think better. I can see better. And all the rest of it. No? But if I don't have clarity, I wouldn't have come to this 84. No? You know, every time I feel a bit down and I feel, you know, why like that? And I sit down and I say, why am I thinking like that? What is it I want? I sit down, rewrite again. And every time I do that, and you know what? These are statistics already produced internationally and published, that only 3% of the people actually write their goal and change their behavior to actually achieve that goal. Only 3%. So what happens? 17% are people who try for a few months or a few weeks or the 1st of January and then and do nothing. 80% of the people have no goals in their life. It doesn't mean that they are poor. They literally do not have goals, wanting to get a better, within this life, to get something a little better. No? So, is it a mouthful?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's simple what you're saying.
Okay. So I formulated this: write things down. Always write down the things that you would like to have done. I call it goals, but actually it's a process. You build the process to make it happen. So the why will lead you to the process. What do you want? Why do you want it? Will start the process. And then the how. And the who and the when is up to you, Lord.
Can we talk a little bit about this? Because this is what I think is crucial in understanding goal setting. You said the goal is the process. What do you mean by process?
Okay. As an example, say I want to save money. One example. Goal is to save money. And then you say, okay, how much I want to save a month? Let's say 500, 1,000 ringgit a month. That's a goal. The process is, how am I going to do it? First of all, I must set up I will remit this money every month into a saving account. I must also do a budget to, can I really save the 1,000 without too much pressure? Because if I look at my income and all my expenses, it'll tell me whether I have to sit down and do that, the process. Then you say, okay, I'm shopping too much. Maybe I can get a 100 or 200 out of that, the process. Or for that matter, okay, or I'm shopping too much. I'm buying things I don't need. This is the process in order for you to reduce your expenses, because whatever you earn, you will spend it. Am I right or not, Ikram?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so the process is to find out, can I really save 1,000 or is it 500? There, make it happen. So in my case, the process for me was very simple. I started saving 1 cent a day long time ago. I was like 6 years old when I started that. And that's why at the age of about 12 or 13 or 14, I could pay a man $50 at that time to teach me how to read and write. A month. Process. It's like that, no? So the process, like you want to buy a house as an example, or you need to do that. You got to sit down and find out, hey, what kind of house I want, where do I want the location, how much am I willing to pay a month. You look at the process, right?
Right.
Let's say you want to run a mile as an example. Every day you want to exercise. What's the process? The process would be every morning I must get up at 6 o'clock. Second, I must make sure that I walk the 5 or 6 or 7. See, I walk every day 7 kilometers, Ikram. 7. Every day. Is it easy? No. Is it tough? I want to. Why am I doing it? Because of my health. I have to keep my health. And if I don't exercise, I won't get health. Like this morning. Also, you two went for an exercise, right?
That's right.
Was that a good exercise?
Yes, it was very good.
It's a process, right? Everything we do, there's a process. That process is far more important than the goal. Not in my opinion, it's a fact of life. The process. Okay? So, right,
Because
go. Yes.
The process changes something that is conceptual. Usually the goals are conceptual, and then the process turns it into an action oriented.
Clarity gives you clarity. The process gives you the 5. What do you want? Why do you want it? Start the process. Why? Why do you want this? Okay? And then how are you going to achieve it? And who is going to help you? And when will that happen? There are 4. The what is the goal that you want. There are 4 other processes that have to be done in order to get there. That's why in the form that comes together with the We Planner, we give you the form. What, why, how, who, when. All you got right, just fill up the form. You don't even need to buy the We Planner. Like you can do that yourself, but give you another example. You want to have a good relationship with your wife. Is that a goal?
Yes.
So you have to define what is the relationship you're looking for. What is it that you meant by this relationship? Is it in line with what your wife wants in relationship or not? Is it the same? If it's not the same, you need to clarify, right?
That's right.
But first you have to clarify in your mind. Yes or not? But if you start writing it down, wouldn't that be clearer understanding of what you want? See, what happened is the brain is just a fluid. It's a fluid, no? It's just a fluid with cells, no? But it has to form images. And that image keeps changing all the time because of our imagination, what have you, and all that, what we see, what we hear, all that kind of input. So we have to keep that in check all the time. That's why it is so important to define that relationship. What is it? Once you define that, this is what I want, and this is what my wife wants, then you are clear, and your wife is also clear. So both of you can work towards achieving that goal, a good relationship. Is that a bad thing to have, or a good thing to have?
It's a good thing to have. Definitely.
So why don't we do it? Why?
We're looking for shortcuts.
Yes, correct. Because it is through the shortcut you married her in the first place. Isn't it? All of us. We don't sit down and look at it in a longer term. But you know what, Ikram, what surprised me when you proposed this subject was, even a child, from ancient time, from the time we evolved, I don't know how many million years ago we evolved to become human, Ikram. All human had a goal, and their goal was very simple. Look for food, hunt for food, cultivate the food, feed the family, produce, which is the same type of goal an animal has, a plant has. Isn't it? Even today, right?
That's right.
They're very simple. Their goals are very simple. Survive, grow, reproduce, and die, right?
Correct.
Human is far more complex. We have become more and more complex. That more and more complexity requires more and more thought process, definition. What do we want? Why do we want it? How are we going to achieve it? Who's going to help us? And when? So the process has become more complex. It is the process as complex. We want to go back to the caveman, I just hunt and then come and sleep. And then I want everything to happen by itself. Cannot. That's what I mean by process. Do you understand what I mean by process, right?
Yeah. And process, I suppose a key thing about it is it's something you do on a daily basis, right? It's a repetitious cycle that you do on a daily basis.
That's right, Ikram. Absolutely. Yeah. You see, in this, I must also throw in this very important ingredient. Without self-development, forget about goals. Forget about everything else, because if you don't develop yourself, you are talking and making a fool of yourself. Unless you improve, unless you think it is important for me to do this and do that. Look, if I'm going to make a very wild statement, okay, Ikram, there is no poverty in this world. And I bet even in the deepest of South America or the deepest of Africa, there's no poverty. All you need is food. You need food. If you have children, you want them to send to school. Correct or not?
Correct.
And you need some, to get food, you need some money. Is it available all over the world or not? Yes, Ikram. It is there. If you keep your life simple, you don't need very much. You don't need air conditioning. You don't need a lot of things. Simple life. That's why 80% of the population are not poor. They're quite happy.
Right.
But their goals are very simple goals. Now, those people we are talking about who want to be the next what Jobs, Steve? What was his name?
Steve Jobs.
Or that the people, all these guys who want to make several trillion so that they can go to mosque and stay there, you know. There are only few, 4 or 5 of them. But the rest are not looking for that. They want a simple life. They want a good life. They want to have a good family. They just want something, right? So are they very clear? Are they clear in what they want? The key question is, are they clear in what they want? What do you think, Ikram?
I think most people are not clear on that.
Okay, that's number one.
Vast majority.
Vast majority. And secondly, do you really think, Ikram, they really want to improve themselves?
That's a good question. I think most people want to, but no, I suppose people want on a superficial level, but because it requires effort, a lot of work, no one's willing to put in the work, the time, the effort for it.
Ever since Ikram, I have been doing this self-development seminar from 1986 September till the pandemic hit, for free, for a whole lot of people that just come and attend. I pay for the hotel room, I pay for the coffee, I pay for the biscuit, I pay for the bloody thing, whatever, I pay. They came, they sat, they listened to me. Did anything change or not?
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed, right? In this last 3 years, from 2020 March, ever since the lockdown came till now, I talk only online. And Ikram, everyone that has come into my program, Ikram, every single one of them, I explain this goal process. I tell them what needs to be done. And if they don't do it, I drop them off the program. Until today, I'm telling you, not one has dropped off. Because the first thing I do is to make them do it. I show them the how, but they must be the one to sit and do it. So clarity in what they want. Very clear direction. And I make them literally write it down until they understand the impact writing has. The rest is illusion. Oh, I type it in my computer. All that won't work. It's whether your brain can understand.
Correct.
The more you write, the more the brain will understand, Ikram. And once that happens, and then you are prepared, I take it one step further. I make them do it, discuss it with me, and see their progress. From student to a very senior person, a CEO of a company, or for that matter, someone with a very high position, I'll be able to help. But because, number one, you're clear what you want, you're willing to change your behavior to make that happen. So the next, it'll happen, isn't it, Ikram? You think about what I'm saying. Is it too complex?
No, it's not.
So why do people want to do it? As you said, shortcut. They want a very shortcut. There is no shortcut, no. It's like that. This is what it is. Because last time we were few, so it was easy. Now the number of people have become more, because we are looking for the same resource, but more people are chasing after it.
Correct.
So if you don't have a proper understanding of what you want, and you're not willing to put the effort to get there, what are the chances that you will succeed? You will not succeed. I guarantee you that. Because why? We are too many. Then you can say, no, I give certain people privileges. It won't work. My dear friend, it will not work. The desire must come within the human himself, herself. Correct, Ikram? Tell me this, Ikram. Tell me this. Are women nowadays telling, hey, I don't want to get married?
The statistics seem to show that, yes, less want to get married. And even if they get married, I think they don't want to have kids early on. It's, yeah.
You see, they know what they want. It is the male species that is actually deteriorating, Ikram. We need to adjust it a bit, Lana. This is my conclusion in the last 3 years of working with people. Because the women seem to be very clear of what they want in life. And they're willing to change their behavior to get it done. Whereas many of the men are still very, like, come what may, Lana.
Right.
Isn't it true? Huh?
That's right.
So bad. Let me say this again and again. Huh? See, the writing part is the key to your success in setting goals. And the process is far more important than the goal itself.
Right.
Of how do you get it done? Why do you want it? What are you willing to do to get there? The process, the whole process of getting there. Okay? The rest is for you to make it happen. And it's a like take weight. You exercise, right? Ikram, you exercise, right?
Yep.
Tell me. Okay. Do you lose 10 pounds, 10 kilos every day?
No, definitely not. I wish I could.
But you notice the process, Ikram?
Yes.
And you must do it diligently every day, right?
Yes.
If you don't do it one day, what happens?
So I do it every alternate day, but then every day, there's some form of an exercise. If you don't do it, you risk not being able. Actually, once you don't do it 2 or 3 times, you become complacent. It's very hard to get back into the mode.
Why?
You breaking out of your routine, your habit.
See, Ikram, what people don't know, what drives you is your unconsciousness, not your consciousness. You see, the unconscious part of you must become conscious. Then the driving force is there. Meaning that the unconscious become conscious. You raise your level of your consciousness. Then your competence will get better and better. Ask any golfer who complains that he can't hit as well as somebody else or can't do a putt as somebody else. Because why? He is not conscious when he's playing golf. I don't play golf, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But in theory, what I've read is that you need to pay a lot of attention in golf. Am I correct? You are a golfer. Tell me.
You're very, very correct.
So like that, the goal has to have that. So in other words, you need to go from unconsciousness to conscious level. Then it becomes, you really, really want to do it. Like this morning I got up and I still walk my 7 kilometers. I'm doing it for years now, okay? Is it routine? All I got to do is lazy down a bit one day. They said, Amala, don't do it today, do it tomorrow. No, to me, no. That's my motivation. Why I got to do it? I got to keep my conscious level higher and higher. At my age, I'm 84 years old. My consciousness must be greater than who's a 22-year-old boy. That's what I must maintain. You understand what I'm saying, huh?
Yes.
So when you lose your consciousness, you fall into this dumb, no? It is better to watch some television stupid programs or to do the things that you need to, like reading a book or whatever, no? You can. Self-development is our key to our goal, which is what I'm coaching people to do that. Which is, I must say that in my entire life, I can safely die anytime now. You can, because why? I have reached my final goal is to make people realize, and that I have done in this last 3 years of pandemic, that whoever is in this program with me, they are succeeding.
Fantastic. That's wonderful to hear. And
it's
they're
easy, no?
succeeding because the key factors, I mean, one of it is definitely they have goals, they've set their goals. What contributes to them achieving these goals?
Daily doing it, taking action. I give you a very quick example. Someone I deal with, okay? I told him that every day you must see 3 clients, not a customer, people, 3 people every day. For your success, you must talk to 3 people. Introduce yourself, tell them what you do, ask them, are they interested to listen to what you have to say? If they say no, that's 1 call. If they say yes, then you make an appointment, see them and talk to them. That's all you do. 3 people that you meet, just 3 things. What do you do? Are you interested in it? Yes or no? Is that quite simple to do, Ikram?
Very
2,
simple.
3 people? And you know
Simple.
what? And you know what, Ikram?
No one does
He's
it.
succeeding. He is succeeding. He is succeeding, Ikram. He knows he is succeeding. And he can see the result. So is it magic? No. It's hard work. Yes. Was he very clear? No. In the beginning, no. But as we went on and went on and went on, he realized, hey, if I don't do this, I'm the one who's destroying myself. Anything that you do, irregardless of what you want, if you don't do this consistently, you will fail. It's like this, like Ikram. If you don't exercise every day, if you don't do that, you are welcoming something to get inside you, right?
Correct.
Illness and what have you and all that. So what's the magic? There's no magic. What does it mean? It means that you must have clarity in what you want, and you are willing to change your behavior to get there.
Clarity in what you want, I think, because that's the first step. It's also the hardest step, because if you don't try to analyze, like in my case, Benga, when you told me find out what is it you want, I think most people, 50% or 70% of people would probably say, I want more money, hands down. Everyone says that. But then your method is to go beyond that and say, why do you need more money, right? And then it'll come down to, I need this, I need that, I need to, and then you realize that, hey, actually, I only need this much money to sort out whatever I want in life. Why do I need this excess? And then you start diving deeper, and then it becomes more and more clear. But it's a long process. I think you can't do it in a day or 2.
Of course not. You see, Ikram, if I tell you in the beginning what I used to do, I used to write out all whatever I wanted, and they can go into books, books, Ikram. Then I shortlist the thing, and I shortlist that by, okay, 1 to 10. 1 meaning 1 year, 2 meaning 2 year, 3 year, Then I rewrote the thing. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, 7 year, 8 year, 10 year, like that, Then slowly, whatever I wanted now, I get it done now, So it's a process. So why do you want it? Why do you want it? How you're going to get it done? Okay, and when you want it, it's crucial. Say what, why, when. Is it crucial or not?
Crucial, yes.
Some can be 10 years from now, right? But you may not want to wait that long. So you want a shorter. So you know that some things that you do, you want it now, you can't get, but you'll probably get it 3, 4, 5 years from now. So there is for you to move it around. So the thing I'm saying is, if you do not even know what you want, even if it is in front of you, can you see it?
No.
That clear, right?
Very clear.
Because we are not clear what we want, even if it is there in front of us, we don't see it. That's why they say, don't kick your luck away. You have heard of that, right?
Yes.
Don't kick your luck away. It's not some superstitious nonsense, You don't even know. You don't even know what you want. And even is appearing in front of you, you are not even ready to receive it, right?
Correct.
Right. Ask, ask, ask and it shall be what?
Given.
Seek and you will.
Find.
Knock and you shall.
Receive.
Simple as that, ask. Okay, Ikram.
Vinga, we are coming to the end of this episode. So let me just quickly wrap up and then maybe you can add your final words to this. So the way I understand it is goal setting is very important to first understand what is it you want, to have clarity. Clarity is key for this. The way to achieving clarity is to sit down and write. Some people today call it journaling, but essentially is to keep writing what is it you want and achieve clarity in that. And once you have clarity, it is to turn your goal into a process. Like how can you make these actionable items that you can do every day, one step at a time, that gets you towards your goal. Is there anything else you'd like to add on top of this?
First, Ikram, I think you must take control of your life, no? And that's self-improvement, no? Number two, you take self-control of yourself, you will get the maximum result, no? Because you have improved yourself, you're developing yourself, you'll get your maximum. But that must be consistently done over time, no? Three, you must have laser focus. What you want must be very, very clear, and you are driving towards that, no? You must be laser focus. I mean, you know what's a laser, right? Ikram?
Correct. Yep, I do.
Now, one thing you must understand, the fourth thing, accountability. Is that important?
Yes.
Is accountability important?
Very, very important.
If you do not have accountability, what will happen?
You will shirk off whatever you say you'll do.
Okay. So that accountability will motivate you. That's a fifth thing. You always talk about motivation, right? Once you become accountable, you will motivate yourself. And when you motivate yourself, the sixth thing is you will look at your best. You can always look at what you can do best and push yourself to get it done. And while everybody is taking a little bit of life, you will take the best of your life. You'll have a good life. Right now.
Correct.
And then finally, you live and enjoy life. Yes or not, guys?
Yes.
Ikram, yes or not?
Correct. Absolutely.
But then must remember, goal ensure, every time you write the goal, it ensures that you want something good for yourself. But it won't just arrive there, pouring down your roof, unless you put all the effort.
True. Correct.
Okay.
You told me once, E equals R.
Yeah,
Effort equals the results.
exactly.
Yeah.
Without effort, there is no result.
No result.
We want the result, the effort we don't want to put in cannot. Simple as that. No?
Right.
Are we putting effort into this program or not?
Yes.
Are we getting results or not?
Yes.
Okay. There you are. Maybe 1-2%, that's all we are looking for. not a million people, no need. What? Like, I tell you, at the end of the day, I've got about 300 of them who are on this program. They are all getting better and better every single time I meet them. I meet them once a month, and I can see that improvement in them every month, Ikram. I can see that they're thinking, the way they discuss, the way they talk. But it's something that I have achieved, the one-on-one thing. I find this extremely good. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Venga. We've come to the end of our time for this episode. It's been really insightful, your sharing on goal setting, something very different. Not many people talk about goals the way you have spoken about it today. I hope it's been helpful for all of you, our viewers. If you have any questions at all related to goal setting, just type them down in the comment section below, and one of us will answer them as soon as we can. Have a good night, and until we meet again, which is next month, our personal development for entrepreneur episode is happening on the 5th of July. That's the first Wednesday at 8 p.m. as usual. Thank you and good night.
Good night.